Here we go then, DT. So some more mapping for you. Okay, this one is going to draw another map. This one is to get you used to try and embed some of those map symbols from the Ordnance Survey that you've been looking at last week and the week before. So you're going to need your sheet with all the instructions on. It's a bit of a game, this one. And you're going to need those sheets, the legend, no, this is Land's End, this map, but the legend with all the symbols on. Okay, so and the other thing you're going to need is some coloured pencils, I think. So I'm going to read out the instructions. I'm just going to go do a quick demo of how you can do this. All right. So the first thing it says is use A4 sheet landscape. Okay, so that's sort of twisted on its side like this, and you need read all the instructions first to help you plan. Okay, so I've read right the way through. I need to spread things out a little bit. So, point 1, draw on the sheet an island to fill most of the page. So there's an example given, doesn't have to be that exact shape. All right, so I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to draw myself, and you want the island to be big. Okay, the bigger the island, the easier this task is going to be. Although I might just give myself a little bay there. I think I've done that. Can you see that pencil line? I think you can now. All right, so there's my island. Okay, yeah, a bit rectangular, but doesn't matter. You can put some more wiggly lines in if you want, but make it fill the page as much as you can. Then also the next instruction, put a compass rose. Now, compass rose can be fancy. If you look on some maps, there's some really fancy ones, but essentially it's just a north arrow, okay, telling us which way the map is. So I'm just going to put in there, and you want to make this a bit tidy, a north arrow, just to prove that I know my north, east, south and west. Oh, look, did it wrong there, but never mind. West, there we go. All right, so that's my compass rose. In the centre of the island, draw a lake. Right now, a lake. What's a lake going to look like? Well, if we look at our legend here, it doesn't actually have lake on there, but what it does have is water. Yeah, you've got water there, mud, sand and shingle. Yeah, but we want the water, so we're just going to have, see if I can find a lake on this map. I don't know if I can quickly. Oh, there's one. Okay, so there you go, that's a lake. Look. All right, it's just a blue shape. All right, so you could make one like that, or where's my map legend gone? There it is. Okay, so that's what we're going for, a lake. All right, so draw a lake. I'm going to use the pencil first, but it's saying draw a lake in the centre of the island. So here's my middle of the island, and my lake is going to be a bit of a funny shape. Yeah, I'm going to do like a boomerangy type shape lake, and we've got to colour it blue because lakes are blue. All right, so this is where you need your colour and pencils. I'm going to be try and be as careful as I can about this. Colour my lake in blue. Try not to go, take a bit of care, but if you go a little bit off the lines, it doesn't matter so much. All right, always tidy that up afterwards. But there you go, there's my lake. What's next? From the lake, draw a river running south to the sea. Well, I've got my compass rose, so I know that south is at the bottom, and I'm going to draw a river. My river is going to come out the side of the lake here, and I'm going to make it wiggle a little bit like rivers do, and then it's going to come out at the sea. I'm not going to colour the whole sea in, but I am going to put a bit of sea at the bottom there. Yeah, just so we know it's an island. So, and maybe at the end I might actually colour it all in a little bit, just give us an idea that we're at the sea, on the sea. Anyway, there we go. Where it meets the sea, draw a church with a tower. Okay, so this is where you need to be looking at your legend carefully. So we've got to find a church with a tower. Now, notice the headings. Communications, okay? So that's all the roads and paths and railway lines. That's what they mean by communications. and public rights of way like footpaths, yeah, and access to land. So we've got some military zones would be marked in red here like this, danger areas. Okay, we've got general information, don't really need to pay much attention to that. That's about borders between countries and places. But then we've got features, look, general features. Tourist information things in blue, vegetation in the green, heights and natural features. What does that say? That tells us we've got the numbers here. We've got rock boulders, oak scree. Yeah, we look at that. But it's these general features, and if you look carefully, places of worship. Yeah, so those crosses, look, there's a square with a cross on top, a circle with a cross on top, and just a cross. So what do we want? We want a church with a tower. So let's have a little look. It says current or former place of worship. Well, the church is a place of worship with a tower. So we want the top one of those, which is a black square with a little cross on top. Okay, so where it meets the sea, draw a church with a tower. So I want it black. I'm just going to use my pencil actually. So just here, doesn't say which side, does it? On the east bank. Oh, blimey, I'm glad I checked. Oh, and I've got it right. On the east bank. So it's worth reading those instructions carefully. Mr. Sweeney nearly made a mistake there. Little black square with a little black cross. So I'm going to do one more. On the far east of the island, draw a mixed woodland. Okay, so this is the far east. I look at my map. Woodland. Now mixed means you want both evergreen and deciduous, so or coniferous and non-coniferous trees. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the shape of my woodland in pencil. My woodland is going to be this sort of shape, another sort of oblongy sort of shape. And I'm going to colour that in a bit green. Not too, because I've got to draw some little trees in there. So that's going to be light green. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I've made a bit of dark at the bottom. Colour that in like that. And then if you look carefully at your legend, you'll see you've got to put in some, what does it say? What are they? Some little, they look like little clouds actually. Little clouds dotted around. You don't need to fill it up. You just need to put a few little clouds. That is the non-coniferous trees. The coniferous trees, like a pine tree or a Christmas tree, yeah, they're evergreen and they're like little pointy little arrows almost with extra barbs on them. All right. Anyway, there you go. That's the beginning of my map. There's quite a bit left to do. Got windmills, heliports, all sorts, telephone boxes. There's lots to do. Please send me your finished maps. Take a photograph, email it to me. I'd love to see them. Okay, so have a go at your island map. That's all for now.